Alright guys, just got the new rims installed. America's Tire. We'll do a full video review tomorrow. Love it. Here in the wilderness of Murrieta, California. My White Ranger Raptor 2025. As you can see, everything is stock. Truck is not leveled. I don't think it's necessary. I don't want to mess with the original engineer design of the Ranger. What I did was install these Method 703s, the Ford Performance version. I got it from TireRack.com. The total was about $1,600, so $400 per rim. These look really good with the KO3s. The bronze and the white do look pretty good. Also, I have the tan soft topper, as you can see here. It goes really well with the bronze finish. I was going back and forth with white versus bronze. Ultimately, I decided to go with bronze because the resale factor for the bronze rims would be a lot easier. These are the same rims that would go on, say, a Bronco. About 8.5 by 17, and they're 35 millimeter compared to the OEM ones, which were 55. So these stick out about 20 millimeters. So another, almost an inch. An inch is about 25 millimeters. Pretty much like putting a 1-inch spacer on the wheel, so it sticks out another inch, about 20 millimeters. An inch is about 24 millimeters, so it gives you an extra inch of track width on each side, so about 2 inches. Debatable whether that helps with performance or not. One thing is that it kind of sticks the wheel out a little bit further. You can see the shocks are right there, so essentially if you stick out the wheel a bit further, it could make your rear shock mounts a little bit more vulnerable. Honestly, I thought the white would look good, but like I said, I thought the bronze would sell. I think these rims are giving the Ranger Raptor the perfect amount of poke, as you can see here. It's not too far out to where it looks bro-dozerish. One of the reasons I went with the 703s is because one of the resources I follow on YouTube, I'll put his link in the description. His name is Flaberdoopin. Kind of sold me on the idea. It looked really good on his Raptor. And I went with the Ford Performance one rather than just the generic 703s because these ones are hub-centric. I believe the hubs on the Raptor are 93 and these ones fit perfectly. So the lugs fit perfect as well as the hubs. I think these are a little bit lighter than the stock Ranger Raptor rims. I had the non-beadlock capable ones. These are about 27 pounds, I would say, so I don't really notice too big of a difference. It might give me better gas mileage, but I'm not really going for efficiency here. What do you guys think? Hopefully this would give you guys some ideas on what color and wheels to go with. Apparently these methods have the bead grip technology. There's some extra teeth on the inside rim of the tire that helps when you air down. I haven't really hit a trail that required me to air down yet. I only have 1,500 miles on this thing. I'm sure it'll perform just fine. I went to America's Tire in my area. They accommodated me pretty well. They took me right before they closed. Once again, I went through TireRack.com. You can kind of throw around different images, see what color choices you'd like. I think it looks great. Anyway. All right, everybody. I wanted to finish the video at home because I wanted to collect my thoughts. A couple points. These rims were $1,600. If you were going to order this Ranger online, to get the beadlock capable rims, it would be $1,500. So essentially, paying for the Method 703s for performance versions on TireRack.com cost me $1,600, which is crazy because if you get the stock rims, as you can see right here, it would have been for free essentially. And if you got the methods, the Method 703 Ford Performance, they were $1,600. So essentially, you could have gotten 8 rims for one set of beadlock capable rims. So I highly advise you get the stock Ranger Raptor rims, and then you can get something like the Ford Performance ones for only $1,600 more. And you could essentially sell one of these if you were planning on doing that, and you could make money instead of burning money. I see a lot of people on the interwebs on Ranger 6G pretty much getting the beadlock capable rims not being happy with them and then selling them later, or just taking them off and buying rims regardless. So I think the beadlock capable rims, if you like them, go ahead and get them. But I think it's kind of a waste of money, especially if you're just going to get new rims like these methods afterwards. Also, the stock rims, as you can see right here, they're 28 pounds. The method Ford Performance 703s are 27. So you lose a grand total weight of 4 pounds. I don't think it's going to really make that big of a difference. I like the look of the 703s just because it's very clean and they're easy to clean also. So they look clean and they're easy to clean. And also they leave a lot of air gaps to allow cooling for the brake pads. I like the bronze look. I really like the look of the bronze, the matte bronze finish. At night, it looks dark orange, and in the daytime, it looks almost gold, especially when the sun hits it on the sunset time, or depends on the lighting. But they look almost different at different types of day. I don't know, it might be just a personal preference, but with the white and the bronze, it looks really good to me. The maximum you want to put on this Ranger without having to do any modifications is a plus 25 millimeter wheel. These are a 35 millimeter wheel, and I think it's the perfect look. I think a more aggressive wheel would throw a lot more mud, a lot more rock, a lot more water out into the paint, and that's kind of not what I'm looking for. I think the 35 millimeter wheel is the perfect spec for this Ranger Raptor. Everyone's a little bit different, but I just want a little bit more performance, a little bit more aggressiveness, and a lot less crap thrown at my paint. The hub of the Ranger Raptor wheel is 93, and then the Ford Performance version of the 703 hits that perfectly. So when your wheels are hub centric, it prevents any more unneeded vibration, and it keeps the rims feeling almost stock, if not pretty much stock. But I sprung for the Ford Performance, and I really like the way the hubs look because it has the same Ford Performance badge. It's pretty much OEM to me. I like the bead grip technology. I think it's better than actual bead locking rims, the ones that you could pretty much take your tires down to 0 psi, because this is a lot less hassle, a lot less maintenance, and I only really air down my tires to like 18 psi. If you're kind of like me, I don't really go anywhere crazy. I don't rock crawl. This is not necessarily a rock crawling vehicle, despite having front lockers. If you're only going to go to about 18 or 15 psi, I think this is plenty. A lot less hassle, and like my research with beadlock capable wheels and rims, they seem like a lot more hassle than they're worth. You got to keep if you don't torque the little nuts properly, then it puts you at risk for losing air. And I think the bead grip technology and the method rims is enough for somebody like me, a mild off-roader. I really like the design. I counted the spokes, as you can see right here. The spokes of the original wheels there's 12 spokes, and there's 12 spokes in the Method 703. I think that, it's just for me visually, I think it works with the whole vehicle. It works with the KO3s. Everything looks good. Everything looks good to me. Also, another cool thing is that when I was shopping for rims, say if you were to buy rims off Facebook Marketplace, you would have to purchase aftermarket lug nuts to fit the specific wheel you're going to get. I ordered these through Tire Rack, and the lug nuts came no extra cost, which is great because the Method lug nuts could go up to like $75, even $100, and you have to add that into the total cost. Anyways, that's pretty much all I wanted to add. Totally happy with the rims. I pretty much have 2 sets. I'm going to keep these. If any of this was helpful, please do please do subscribe. Feel free to ask me anything in the comments, and I'll try to get back to you. Anyways, peace out, guys.